So I just want to thank the organizers for inviting me today when there is a Pushpa Abhishek. So I got a chance to participate in this wonderful program, which is simply amazing. So we'll be talking about it at the end of this class, right? So today the topic which I have taken. So I feel very happy to see the crowd increasing. Last time I had come, the crowd was less. So slowly and slowly the crowd is increasing. So that's a lot of credit to the organizers. So today the topic which I have taken is something amazing topic. It is about Vaishnava Seva, the greatest fortune. So in Bhakti there are three important aspects. First is Namaruchi. Namaruchi is chanting of the holy name. Jiva Daya, giving Krishna to others. And Vaishnava Seva. So once Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj said in a yatra, gone for yatra. So to please the Lord, to progress in devotional service, we are doing what? We are doing sadhana bhakti, right? We are doing sadhana bhakti, we are doing chanting out. But if you want to move ahead, progress in bhakti in a faster way, then the way is to please his devotees. When you please his devotees, especially pure devotees, you can quickly go back to Godhead. That's what he said. So it is like the snake and ladder. हम लोग जब बचपन में थे, we played the snake and ladder, right, with the dice. So there is 0, there is 1, and then we want to go to the 100. So हम लोग dice फेंकते हैं, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to reach 100. And then in between there is what? The ladder. So ladder is Vaishnava Krupa. So when you get the ladder, you quickly progress. So sometimes one ladder goes directly to 99. So that is super Krupa of some pure devotee. And then there is the snake. So what is the snake? Maya is the snake. Yeah. What else is the snake? Vaishnava Aparad. Wonderful. So fantastic. So Vaishnava Aparad, there are 10 offenses to the holy name. First is blasphemy the devotees of the Lord. So that snake means 99 पे जाके हम लोग वो dice फेंकते हैं. So which means what? In devotional service you need to be very careful. If you do Vaishnava Seva, you get the mercy, you quickly make progress. And even if you are at 99, which is Bhava stage, not even, and you do Vaishnava Aparad, then suddenly what happens? It takes time. Right? Again, you have to go back. So today in this class, I am going to cover the following things. First is who is a Vaishnava? Vaishnava कौन है? हम लोग Vaishnava सेवा बोलते हैं. But who is a Vaishnava? Then Vaishnava seva, why is it important? Third thing is 4 levels of service. There are 4 levels of service. And how you can do Vaishnava seva. So these are the 4 aspects which I will cover. So in Madhya Lila chapter 15, text 105 and 106, there is a conversation between Satyaraj Khan and Lord Chaitanya. And Satyaraj Khan asks a specific question to Lord Chaitanya. He asks, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? How can I recognize a Vaishnava? Let me know what a Vaishnava is. What are his common symptoms? So Lord Chaitanya gives a fantastic reply. Prabhu kahe andra mukhe suni ek baar Krishna naam se hi pujya shreshta sabakar. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chanted the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable. He's the topmost human being. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this context he says that a person who chants the holy name of the Krishna even once becomes perfect and should be regarded as a Vaishnava. So that is a very, very broad understanding of Vaishnava. So these people have given a lot of weightage to what? Chanting of the holy name. So Prabhu Chaitanya then in text 111 he says another thing about Vaishnava. Ata evayangra mukhe eka Krishna naam Seita Vaishnava kariha kanhara saman. He advised finally Satyaraj Khan. What he advised? That one who chants the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. And then Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, he has classified the Vaishnavas. Right? What is all the three classifications? Anyone can tell? What is that? Basic classifications. One is the Kanishta Adhikari, one is the Madhyam Adhikari, and one is the Uttam Adhikari. So Kanishta Adhikari, what he does? There is in Radha Gopinath, there was one person, someone told me. He always used to come और सीधा जाके भगवान के दर्शन लेते थे और सीधा वैसे बाहर निकल गया था. He was coming there for many years. वो आते थे भगवान के दर्शन लेते थे. So we don't want to make any judgments, but a Kanishta Vaishnava, what he does is he keeps relationship only with Krishna and the deity, and he doesn't keep associates with the devotees. So we cannot judge this person, but this is what it is. A Madhyam Adhikari is a person who knows Krishna is the supreme person and Godhead. And what he does, he makes friends with the devotees. He has friends with devotees. So he comes to this satsang, he will talk, Mataji will talk with Mataji, Prabhuji will talk with Prabhuji, and they will discuss Krishna, Krishna Katha. That is, we are making friends. And give mercy to ignorant or the not knowing, the people who are not knowing. So how is mercy given? You call your neighbors for satsang, please come. Yeah, prasad aaya apne paas, you distribute the prasad. So that's how we give the mercy. And he has firm faith in the Lord and the devotion service process, and he has knowledge of scriptures, but the knowledge of scripture may not be so sound that he can defeat anyone in the arguments and all. So he is a Madhyam Adhikari. And the Uttam Adhikari person, you will see, he is constantly engaged in devotional service. He is fixed in devotional service. And he strictly follows all the regulative principles. He chants his prescribed number of rounds. He has firm faith in Krishna. And what else? He has sound knowledge of scriptures. So he can defeat anyone in scriptures. He can convert people to devotees. And the most important for Uttam Adhikari, like a Madhyam Adhikari, he makes difference. That is a devotee and these are envious people. So he keeps a distance from the envious people. And he associates with the devotees, right? And gives mercy to the ignorant, but the non-envious. But Uttam Adhikari, he sees everyone here. Even the plants and everyone in relationship to Krishna, and he sees everyone as elevated souls, and he sees himself as most unfit, unneophyte. So that's the Uttam Adhikari. So we have understood now that who is a Vaishnava. Now we go to the next part, which is Vaishnava Seva. So the second part was what? We understand the importance of Vaishnava Seva. So Hari Sauri Prabhu, in the Transcendental Diary, he says about Srila Prabhupada. He writes this about Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that one has to be blessed by a devotee to become a devotee. One has to be humble and try to serve all Vaishnavas, not some and not others. So, what Srila Prabhupada said is that if you want to progress in devotional service, you need the blessings of devotees. And for getting the blessings of devotees, what do you need? You need to please them. Right? उनको खुश करना पड़ेगा. And how do we please devotees? By serving them, right? So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that do not try to see Krishna, but serve his devotees in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. So I just want people to share the examples of devotees. That just by serving a devotee, a person got the grace of Krishna. And people share in the scriptures, anywhere. I can have people share examples. So they served the devotees, and they were not devotees, but they became devotees. Yes, Prabhu. Narad Muni, yes. So you can tell Narad Muni. You can take a mic. Anyone? You can speak now, Prabhu. So Narad Muni was just the son of a maid servant, right? And he had the good fortune that in the jungle there were people who came for the Chaturma, they were devotees of Krishna, transcendentalists, and he could serve them and taste their Mahaprasad. And by that, the strong desire to practice devotional service developed in his heart, and he became a devotional servant. He became a great devotee of Krishna. Then who are the other ones? By serving devotees, yeah. Prachetas. Can you tell me about Prachetas? Okay, so they became devotees, then Narad Muni preached to them. So I want examples where people served devotees and they became devotees, right? Any other examples? There are so many. Kaliya. So how did he serve the devotees? His wives served Krishna, so he became devotee. Very good, wonderful. Very simple example. Who served devotee and became devotees? Yeah? Brahman Patnis. Yes. So they served whom? So they served Krishna. Okay. Yes, and they progressed in devotional service. So there is this. Anyone else want to say? So there is this wonderful story in Chaitanya Leela of Shiva's Thakur, right? Shiva's Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do kirtan in his home from morning till night. And it is said that all his servants became pure devotees. And there is specific mention of this servant called Dukhi. She was a simple servant of Shiva's Thakur. No one knew her. Her only job was when they were doing Abhishek of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, she used to bring all the wonderful pots. After dancing, they used to bring wonderful pots, arrange them of water, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take a bath or his Abhishek was done. So this Dukhi was in the background. No one knew about her. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is there in the heart of everyone, he recognized her and he said, "Who is this Dukhi? From now you will be called what? Sukhi." So that is the power of devotional service, that we are all Dukhi. Actually we pretend. In this world, हम लोग किसी को भी बात करते हैं कैसे मजे में, और आजकल क्या करते हैं मजे में क्या करते हैं व्हाट्सएप पे हर टाइम फोटो भेजते हैं ना, ये फोटो वो फोटो क्यों दिखाने के लिए कि हम मजे में है. So everyone is telling that I am मजे में, but are they really मजे में? Many times we are pretending मजे में, but we are facing one problem after the other. But by doing devotional service, what happens? What happens? We become Sukhi, because we know what is the object of our love. We know that object of love is Krishna. We get Krishna's mercy, we get association of devotees. And then by their grace, what we do? We serve. And when we serve, we are doing what is our natural position. Our natural position is not to be the master. We are always trying to be the master, which means my senses to serve. So I want how this person will serve my senses, how this person will serve my senses. And in that process, what happens is that we get temporary pleasure, but long term we are not satisfied. We get long term pain. Sense pleasure means long term pleasure. Fix hona chahiye mind mein. Sense pleasure means pain in the long term. And service to Krishna may mean pain now. Some austerities, subah chanting karo, thande pani se nao, fasting karo, but long term happiness. So that is what happens. So there was this Vyas Puja of Radha Swami going on recently, and it was on the YouTube. We were seeing, and Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj was there. He was giving an offering to Maharaj, and Bhakti Rasamrita said, Maharaj has given so many wonderful instructions. They are like jewels lying around. But if I want to select one instruction out of that, one instruction, what will I select? So I was just thinking, what will Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj? He is like a crest jewel disciple of Maharaj. What is that one instruction which Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj will select? So he said that the instruction I will select, which Maharaj always sends in classes, is that to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Supreme Lord. This is what he told. So there is this very wonderful story in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, which is Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya is where? Because the headquarters of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya is in where? Ranganath. Sri Rangam, right? Ranganath is the deity. And the acharyas of Sri Vaishnava are what? Ramanujacharya, Yamunacharya, pure devotees of Krishna. So there is a story which gives us the importance Krishna gives to the service of his devotees. So there was in Kanchipur village, there was a village called Kanchipur, and there was a deity called Varadraj. And there was a pure devotee of Krishna called Kanchipurna. He was a disciple of Yamunacharya. And he was so pure, so his job was Varadraj. He used to do worship of Varadraj and he used to do the fanning. Every day he used to fan Varadraj. And he used to do with such simplicity of heart and devotion that Varadaraj became so happy that he used to speak with Kanchipurna. Can you imagine? You are fanning Gaur Nitai. Here, today is a Pushpa Abhishek. And Gaur Nitai suddenly speaks to you. What will happen? At least I will faint, maybe something like that. So, Varadaraj used to talk to Kanchipurna. And Kanchipurna used to talk with her and fan while fanning and serving. So entire village, everyone knew that this guy is a pure devotee of Krishna. Varadaraj is talking to him. And they used to come with questions to Kanchipurna. So, इसका क्या होगा? मेरा ये problem है. And Kanchipurna used to ask Varadaraj, and Varadaraj used to tell him, and he used to tell the answers to these people. So once one person came, and he was serving Kanchipurna, he was serving devotees, and he asked Kanchipurna that, can you please ask Varadaraj that at the end of this life, will I go back to Godhead? So Kanchipurna said, good question. So he asked Varadaraj that question, and Varadaraj said, because he is serving my pure devotees, he will definitely go back to Godhead at the end of this life. So Kanchipurna gave the answer, the man went back happily. Then Kanchipurna was thinking, what about me? Will I go back? So then what happened is, after a few days, he asked Varadaraj this question. Varadaraj, what about me? Will I go back to Godhead after the end of this life? So Varadaraj said, no. He said, what? No. Why no, my dear Lord? Because you are serving me. You are not serving my devotees. So Maharaj in his class, he said, Kanchipurna was fanning in South India Yatra. Maharaj is in this class. And the minute he heard it, the fan fell from his hand. And he told, Lord, I am going. Where are you going, Kanchipurna? I am going to serve your devotees. So he went to the devotees, and wherever he went, they knew he was in saffron. So they knew, you are the great devotee of the Lord. How can we expect service from you? We will go to hell. No one was accepting service. So he was, how do I serve a devotee? So he disguised himself. He put a white, disguised himself, and went to a village to serve another great devotee who is Mahapurna. Right? Mahapurna. And he disguised himself as a cowherd and was serving the cows of Mahapurna. He served for 6 months, and finally Mahapurna discovered that this person is none other than Kanchipurna. So says, Kanchipurna, how can I accept service from you? No, now I cannot accept. And meanwhile the Lord also came in his dreams and called him, please come back. Please come back, I am waiting for you. So Kanchipurna goes back there, and the Lord says, now for 6 months you have served my devotees, now at the end of this life, you can go back to Godhead. So that is the weightage which Lord was giving to the service of his pure devotees. That even a devotee who Lord was talking, he said what? You have to serve my pure devotees. So Radhanath Maharaj, so this is the best way to make a place in the heart of Krishna is what? And this is the secret of bhakti. You are doing chanting, reading, whatever, but best way to progress in devotion, the best way to make a place in the heart of Krishna is make a place in the heart of his devotees. When you make a place in the heart of the devotees, in software, IT, there is something called a mirror image. क्या होता है एक कंप्यूटर पे होता है when the data goes in one computer, automatically mirroring happens in another computer. All the data gets mirrored. वैसे का वैसा कॉपी होता है automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's called mirroring. So जैसे ही you make a place in the heart of a devotee, there is mirroring. Means what? Mirroring in whose heart? Heart of Krishna. So you should understand that. So to be in the heart of devotee is the safest place. You are the most safe because you have made a place in the heart of Krishna. So Radha Swami in a lecture was saying, what he was saying is people go to advanced devotee and say, please give me blessings, please give me blessings. This is not the way to get blessings, you are saying. The way to get blessings is by serving them. When you serve these great souls, automatically from that heart blessings pour onto you. And that's how you make progress in devotional service. So now, there is this wonderful experience I had in Bhakti in the hospital. We have another 20 minutes. Around 20 minutes. Half an hour. Right. Oh yeah, that is fast. Okay. We have another half an hour. Fine. So the in Bhakti Vedanta Hospital, we have this camp which is there in Barsana, eye camp, and so many doctors who are eye surgeons and all, they go for that camp. And so many devotees go. Some of you have gone for that camp, and of you here you have gone for that camp, right? So it's amazing. So what happens is so many hundreds of people come every day, and there are eye surgeries done, and Brajavasis, the old woman, they have these cataracts, they cannot see. So those cataracts are removed, and they become so happy, and they give blessings from their heart. So there is a doctor, he is not a devotee, he is a very senior doctor in Bhaktivedanta, and he is going to the eye camp from long, for many years. And so he has become, he has faith in Brajavasis. He is not an ISKCON devotee, but he is a devotee because he has faith in Brajavasis, he has faith in Krishna. So at least so much time we have gone for his eye camps. He said, जब मैं eye camp में जाता हूँ ना, मेरे अंदर एक power आता है, power. ऐसे, he is not a devotee, but by staying in Bhaktivedanta, he has developed the faith in Krishna, love for devotees, love for Brajavasis. और मैं इतना सर्जरीज करता हूँ ना एक दिन में मैं कभी नहीं कर सकता. So I told him, do you have any experience? Can you share any experience of serving this Brajavasis? So he gave me an experience. He said, once I had an amazing experience. I was doing my surgeries in the OT, and one after another, they're doing 15-20 minutes the eye surgeries, cataracts. And what happened is, suddenly someone from the outside technician or nurse called him. One Brajavasi old woman, she wants to meet you. Why don't you come outside? So he said, yeah, I'm doing OT, but I want to meet. So no, she wants to meet you. She's insisting, this Brajavasi woman, she's insisting she wants to meet you. Because her operation had happened, cataract was removed many days back, and now she had come. So he went outside. So this Brajavasi woman was waiting for him. And he asked, Maji, क्या है? तो वो बोली, मुझे सिर्फ आपको देखना था. Because she could not see. She could not see. उन्होंने बोला कि मुझे सिर्फ आपको देखना था, आपका चेहरा मुझे याद करना था. वो बोला क्यों मेरा चेहरा आपको क्यों याद करना? क्योंकि वो बोली अभी मेरे को सब दिख रहा है, अभी मैं ऊपर श्री जी के मंदिर में जाके उसका दर्शन कर सकती हूँ, और जब जब मैं श्री जी का दर्शन करूंगी मैं आपका चेहरा याद करूंगी. So he said, मेरे हाथ पे रोमांच आ गए. I can never forget this experience. This is the blessing he got from the heart of this Brajavasi. So this is the power of this blessing which happens by service to the Vaishnavas. And then there is this story, which is a very famous story of Ishwara Puri. In Ishwara Puri was serving Madhavendra Puri, was a pure devotee of Krishna, and he is Madhavendra Puri, the first one who developed the deep ecstasies of Srimati Radharani for Krishna. He is the Acharya. So Ishwara Puri was doing menial service during his last time of Madhavendra on his deathbed, and Ishwara Puri was serving him menially. He used to clean his stool, his urine. He used to chant for him. He used to do Krishna Katha for him, give him Krishna. So he got so much blessings from Madhavendra Puri that he got the ultimate gift which we all want to achieve. What is that? Krishna Prema. He got the mercy of Krishna, he got Krishna Prema. And the Lord was so happy. Like I said, there is mirroring, right? Madhavendra Puri was the pure devotee of the Lord. And when you make a place in his heart, what happens? Mirroring happens in the Lord's heart. So Lord was so pleased with Madhavendra, with the Ishwara Puri, that he became Lord Chaitanya. When he came as Lord Chaitanya, he became that disciple. He took initiation from Madhavendra Puri. So that is the power of service and power of blessings. So Vraj Bihari Prabhu in his book Are You Connected gives 4 levels of service. What are the 4 levels of service? First is no service and only glory. So we are lazy. We don't want to do service. ज़्यादा काम नहीं करने का, लेकिन मेवा खाने का. So क्या करने का? You don't have to work. You don't have to do much, but you want the glory. So you do less service, but you are expecting a lot of glory. Other thing is you take credit. Someone else has done the work, and you say, I have done the work. So that is first level of service, no service and only glory. So we have this is said in the scriptures that Jivera Swarupa hai Krishnera Nitya Das. So we are made by Krishna in such a way that we can be happy only when we serve. It is like a fish. A fish can be happy only in water. If we want to serve, we want to become the master, we can never be happy. But if you serve, then we'll be happy. So the second level of service is that we do service and we receive glory. So what is the service? So we do a nice lecture and people say, wow, you are doing a nice lecture. So you are getting the credit, you feel very happy. Most of us are in that category, right? We do some service and we get some appreciation and we feel very happy about it. And then you have this drama. We are now recently this drama festival. So there are, how many of you participated in the drama festival here? Drama. All of you did that drama. No? So it's such an amazing experience, right? When we do that service, during that service also we come together. We do the drama practice, and there are so many jokes, so many mistakes, so many Krishna katha, so much prasad. So you are building your consciousness, and finally it's on the stage now. You are on the stage, and this time Giraj Maharaj was there, and I think Jandyas Prabhu was also there in the last day, right? Jandyas Prabhu was there. So you are on the stage and you do fantastic acting, and at the end everyone recognizes you. Hey, you are that. I can remember last time Prabhuji was Ram, right? In one of the drama, and of course many people had played. So you are that. So you get the recognition, and then you feel happy. Yes, you feel happy that Maharaj has seen you. You feel, and sometimes Radha Maharaj comes behind on the stage. You give your blessings. So you feel happy that people come and they are giving you blessings. So you get the recognition. So that is the second level, that you do service and receive service. Receive the glory. Your name is publicly announced. Then after that, for a few months, you are known by that character. like that day, Jigar Prabhu was there. Yesterday I was doing my Lakshmi and Seva. So Jigar Prabhu, he does the back end Seva. So he had done the store. He had done the role of Shamanand. So everyone was calling him Shamanand Pandit. There he is. So because he had done a wonderful acting. So Shamanand Pandit, everyone was calling there. And then some other said, where is your, the tilak kidhar gaya? Oh, tilak. So you get the recognition, right? So you do the service and receive the glory. The third level is something amazing. You do service, but you are not expecting any glory. You are so happy and blissful doing service that you are not expecting any glory. So Rajbir Prabhu gives the story of in his ashram. In the ashram, there was this shoe rack chappal rack. So everyone used to, all the brahmacharis used to keep the chappals in the shoe rack, and they used to be just disorganized and all. And in the morning when they used to go, they used to find everything organized. Kal subah raat ko disorganized tha. After many weeks or months, someone thought, "Arey, kaise ho raha hai?" So he tried to do the detective work, right? So many things happen in a temple, right? Someone did a detective work and he said one brahmachari at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock at night, he wakes up and he arranges all the chappals very nicely of all the devotees. So that is what he was doing the service just for the satisfaction that these people are wonderful devotees and somehow I should serve them. And he didn't want to be detected, but Krishna's plans are different. So if you don't want to be detected, Krishna makes sure that they receive publicity. Because such a devotees are rare, right? So then they came to know this is and he, of course, everyone was very happy about his devotional service. So recently we had a similar thing in Bhaktivedam Hospital, that we have these awards called Sanskruti Awards, which are yearly awards for some qualities we give to the employees. So usually they are given to the junior people, junior officers, attendants and all this. They are not given to managers generally because managers should give. No? So once it was decided 3 years back of that, okay, managers should also give the award. So there was one manager who is a devotee who was handling my department. He has wonderful qualities of good organized work and all. So he was selected for this award and he was given the Sanskruti Award. First time a manager was given award. And then afterwards, weekly we have managers meeting. So in the managers meeting, everyone was appreciating him. So he was saying, no. I mean, he's a wonderful devotee. He has got a wonderful service attitude. He left corporate life, joined Bhaktivedanta, and he was doing that. He has raised that department very nicely. and that department is the top profit-making department of Bhakti Vedanta. But he said, no, I should not be getting it. Actually, this manager should have got it. This manager should have got it. So he was like, he is senior also, 60 plus. So he said, ये उम्र में अभी मुझे ऐसा लगता है ना, अवार्ड लेने में मजा नहीं आता है, मुझे अवार्ड देने में मजा आता है, मेरे स्टाफ को मैनेजमेंट देने में मजा आता है. So immediately when I was looking at this level, that only service, no glory, I could map him there. And he was happy serving, and he didn't want any glory. So in Pune, I had my counselor. He was a top book distributor. So he was also like that. He was from morning to night. He was always distributing books in the background. He never wanted to be in the limelight. कभी उनका नाम announce किया तो he never wanted that. So when we see such devotees, you understand what is service. Now the fourth level is an amazing level. It is that you serve and others get glory. So you serve, no glory, you serve, others get glory. So इसमें the person who is rendering the service, he makes his recipient, the benefactor of the service, he does the service in such a way that the benefactor feels that he is doing service and he is rendering service to this person. So here I would like to tell the story which Maharaj gives in his journey home about Gopijana Vallabha and Ghanashyam Das Babaji. So Maharaj was 18 years, 19 years old, I think teenage boy, I don't know exact year, but something like that. And he went to Vrindavan and he was like a seeker, right? He was just living among the Babajis and doing Madhukari and staying together in Vrindavan. And then one particular sadhu told me, I will take you to a very, very special sadhu today. So he took, at that time Maharaj was, his name was Richard Slavin, Radha Maharaj. And he was known there as Ratin Krishna Das. Everyone knew him as Ratin Krishna. Ratin means Sarthi, a charioteer of Krishna. Ratin Krishna. So Ratin, I will take you to a wonderful devotee. So Maharaj went with that sadhu, Ratin Krishna Das went with that sadhu and he went to that house. So it was a very, very small house of some people, and in that house, this particular person had made a deity, what is that called? A temple in a closet. He had made a temple in a closet. So the temple was Radha Krishna deities of 2 feet. They are size of 2 feet. They were called Radha Gopijana Vallabha. And there was a very old pujari of 70 years, very thin person. He was worshipping them. His name was Ghanashyam Das Babaji. So the minute Maharaj entered with the sadhu, this Ghanashyam Das Babaji bowed to each and every of them. He bowed them and he told Radha Maharaj that is Ratin Krishna Das, that Krishna called you here. Krishna, Radha Gopijana Vallabha has called you here because you are Krishna's friend and I am his insignificant tiny servant and it is my fortune to serve you. So Maharaj found this service attitude of Ghanashyam Das Babaji so pleasing that every day at 9 o'clock he used to come there. Maharaj used to go there. And Ghanashyam Das Babaji used to welcome, you are Krishna's friend and I am Krishna's servant. And he used to every day give Maharaj. So this is a special prasad of Gopijana. You have to take it. And Maharaj used to eat every day the 3 Braj rotis. He used to give. And Maharaj loved Ghanashyam Das Babaji. So as a service, Maharaj was coming there. He was taking association because Ghanashyam Das Babaji always made him feel special. And he knew, Maharaj knew that this person is so special. And Maharaj used to be very pleased to meet Ghanashyam Das Babaji. And every time he used to welcome him that you are Krishna's friend and I am Krishna's servant. And he used to give them his 3 Vraja rotis. So this happened for many weeks. So once Maharaj had gone to Yamuna for a bath and he was coming, he met a familiar sadhu. And he greeted the sadhu, whatever he greeted in whatever way. And instead of greeting, the sadhu chastised him. He said, what? You are going to this Ghanashyam Das Babaji every day and you are eating those 3 Vraj rotis? So Maharaj said, yes. So Ghanashyam Das Babaji is going hungry every day. You are eating all his stuff. He said, Maharaj said, what? So sadhu said, every day he he does madhukari in 3 houses and get those 3 vraja rotis. And you go every day and you eat those 3. And he doesn't do any other madhukari. He is going hungry. And Maharaj that time was also bhikshu. He used to go anywhere. He was young. He used to go various places. He could get madhukari anywhere. So Maharaj when he understood, he said, what? So next time when he went to Ghanastam Das Babaji's house, he said, no, I am not going to eat these. I am not going to eat these Raja rotis because these are the only ones you have. These are the only rotis you have. Ganesh said, no, I have many rotis. These are for you. You are Gopinath Vallabh's friend and I am his insignificant servant. Please, with tears in the eyes, allow me to serve you. You have come as his friend. Please allow me to serve you. And he was crying. So seeing his service attitude, Maharaj could not refuse. Even though this person is going to go hungry. And he ate those 3 Vraja rotis. And then Maharaj then carefully avoided that time. So he avoided. Next day Maharaj went, and not at that time, 9 o'clock. He went 3 hours later. Maharaj went something like that. And he thought that by the way, he must have eaten. So he gave those 3. Maharaj written this in Journey of Book. He gives the 3 rotis. So what? You have not eaten this? No, I have kept it for you. Gopishana Vallabh, Gopishana Vallabh, the Lord has kept this for you. You are his friend. That was his consciousness. Then Maharaj said that after that I didn't go there at that time because I didn't want him to go hungry. So when Maharaj was by this service attitude, what is that I spoke the point is that the 4th level of service is what? Is that the recipient, you make the recipient the benefactor. You do the service, but make the recipient feel that he is the benefactor, that he is feel very special. So Maharaj, he went there. Why? Because he was feeling that by coming here I am serving Ghanashyam Das Babaji, by eating here, and he used to love. So Maharaj did that as a service, but actually who was doing that service? That he was giving all that he could eat to Ghanashyam Das Babaji, Radhanath Maharaj. Ghanashyam Das Babaji giving it to Radhanath Maharaj. So he was making Maharaj feel so special and doing this sacrifice. So Maharaj in the Yatra, when he gave this class for the first time, in Vrindavan, there is this, what is this, I forgot his name. So, जिधर हमारा पहले यात्रा होता ना हम लोग उधर रहते थे, what is it called? पंडाल, Fogla Ashram. Fogla Ashram के सामने there is a गली, वो गली में if you go, there is this temple of Gopinath Vallabh. Now there is a temple, the deities are there. In that temple, Maharaj gave that class. And Maharaj, when he was giving this class about this Ghanashyam Das Babaji, there's a beautiful class, we heard it on the net. Maharaj was crying. And everyone there was crying. I don't know who was there out of here, whoever was there, they were all crying in that class. Because they understood the selfless service of this person, which was what? Only service and others' glory. This was what that service was. So this is the service which falls in the category of the Ghanashyam Das Babaji as the mood of the servant of the servant of the servant, which touched the heart of Maharaj, which touched the heart of all who heard that story. And Ghanashyam Das Babaji has got special place in the heart of Maharaj. Maharaj tells so many times in so many of his classes about him. So here there is another story in this journey home about Radhanath Maharaj himself. So he goes to, so Radhanath Maharaj as a young boy, Richard Slavin, he goes to Patna and he goes to the place of Ram Sevak Swami, a Swami called Ram Sevak Swami. And he goes there as a young boy coming to Vrindavan for the first time, and he sits there and the sadhus there are serving prasad. So sadhus are serving khichdi. So first time Maharaj sits with all other sadhus, and now this is like something, the sadhus in Ram Sevak, they are serving all the other sadhus. So this is their service. And Maharaj is to accept that service by eating that khichdi. So that khichdi is so hot and so spicy that this Richard Slavin was come from US. First time when he eats that, all his face becomes red, and he said he is not able to digest it at all. He said he wants to run away from there. But because he doesn't want to disrespect the love and service that sadhu is giving, he eats that khichdi. Now he cannot speak, the sadhu is speaking in Hindi or whatever language, and Maharaj in English. And after he completes that, The sadhu feels that he has loved like it. So Maharaj says, no, he does another full plate of khichdi. And now Maharaj has to again honor that. So that classifies, this particular story was classified as only service others glory. So Maharaj made the sadhu feel like he was actually serving, but actually Maharaj was doing tremendous austerities as an American to eat that particular khichdi. So this is the fourth category, which is so pleasing to the devotee whom you serve, which is so pleasing to anyone who hears it, and is so pleasing to the Lord that the Lord gives His topmost mercy to such people. So finally, we are coming to the point. So we covered who is a Vaishnava. We covered why Vaishnava Seva is important, right? We covered the 4 levels of services, and now final point, that how can we serve, right? How can we serve? How can we do Vaishnava Seva? Very simple question. How can we do Vaishnava Seva? Anyone? So all the devotees coming here are Vaishnavas, right? We heard the definition of Vaishnava. So how can we do Vaishnava Seva? Not here, anywhere. Very simple question. It's not complicated at all. Yes. How can we do Vaishnava Seva? All of you are hearing so many classes. Yes. Yes. So Prabhu is saying, give prasad. Very simple. Give prasad to someone. Vaishnava Seva. What else? It's a very simple question. No need for thinking also. How we can do Vaishnava Seva? Yes. Anyone else? I mean, there are Krishna has innumerable forms, and there are innumerable ways you can serve him and his devotees. So I'm just asking a few ways. How you can do Vaishnava Seva? Yes. Yes. Wonderful. So Prabhuji has hit the nail. Like if you are sadhaka, then we follow the instructions of Guru. That way we do Vaishnava Seva. And the most important instruction which is given to us by our spiritual master is what? Chant your 16 rounds attentively and follow the 4 regulative principles. What are the 4 regulative principles? No eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling, right? So once Gauranga Prabhu was telling in his class to the initiates, they just got initiated or about to be initiated, I was there. So Gauranga Prabhu said that in your devotional life, there will be situations where you may fall down, you may do some problems, but if you are chanting 16 rounds sincerely, then Krishna will protect you. He told all the people who had taken initiation. So this chanting of 16 rounds is so important for all of us, because actually, as per Gaudiya Parampara, we have to chant 64 rounds. Can you imagine 64 rounds chanting? When Prabhupada told his disciples, you have to chant 64 rounds, they said, Prabhupada, 64 rounds, 68 hours minimum every day. So he said, okay, I'll reduce it to 32. No, Prabhupada, 32 is too much. Finally, Prabhupada said 16, nothing lower than this. This is the minimum you have to chant. So we have already got such grace, 1/4 of 64, right? 1/4, right? Oh, 1/4 भी अगर हम लोग नहीं कर सकते, so how can we expect Krishna's grace, right? So we have to quickly reach that level of chanting 16 rounds to get the full grace of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Other thing is participating in the missionary activities. Our movement is a missionary movement. There are various sampradayas, but हमारे संप्रदाय का special flavor यह है missionary, means preach to others. This is what Prabhupada did. First thing he did what? He preached all across the globe. This was the first Vaishnava Acharya who preached in so many countries, spread Krishna consciousness in so many countries. So if a preaching program is going on, we are all lucky to be associated with this program, which is a preaching program, missionary program, giving Krishna to others, Jiva Daya and Vaishnava Seva, both are happening here. And Nam Ruchi, everything is happening actually. Nam Ruchi, Jiva Daya, Vaishnava Seva. So participate in this program, coming here regularly for every week without fail, encourages the people who are doing this program. Right? As I see the numbers growing, the organizers feel very encouraged, they feel very happy because they are serving selflessly, they get the happiness that so many people are getting Krishna's mercy. So come regularly, that is Vaishnava Seva. come here and do some service. There are WhatsApp I see messages, who can do this, who can sponsor this, participate in that. Vaishnava Seva has come to your doorsteps. Now it's up to you whether to accept it or not, right? Right? Other important part is do DT service at home, offer food to Lord, and serve your family members. Mothers can take care of children in such a way that they become nice devotees. That is also Vaishnava Seva. Other wonderful Vaishnava Seva is that devotee care. It's a very important aspect. Taking care of devotees. So if you get a chance to help any devotee, in the hospital we get so many chances to help devotees. Like I told about that doctor, right? You could get a chance to help that Brajvasi. A devotee is in problem, devotee is in financial need, devotee is in mental anxiety, job issue. If you can help him in some way, that is a wonderful Vaishnava Seva. It makes a place in the heart of a devotee. In our level, you can see when we are in problems, and that devotee helped me, those people have a special place in our heart, right? Correct? So it's in your heart, that place has got mirrored in Krishna's heart. So devotee care is a wonderful way. Maharaj was saying in the class that Radha Gopinath built on this concept of devotee care. Everyone should feel nourished, protected, secure. So Maharaj has given what? Maharaj has given the counseling system, the mental system, to take care of the anxieties of children. He has done the Gopal's Fun School, Gopal's Garden is there. To take care of the physical problems of people. To take care of the physical problems of the people. He has built Bhaktivedanta Hospital. To take care of the old Vaishnavas, the above 60 Vaishnava son. So from womb to tomb, the devotees should feel sheltered. Womb to, you're laughing, it's not tomb, but womb to tomb. Devotees should feel sheltered, protected, cared for. That is wonderful Vaishnava Seva. So these are the various ways by which we can serve. So finally, I just wanted to summarize that. Quickly we'll summarize. Who is a Vaishnava? Anyone tell quickly? Who is a Vaishnava? Very simple. Whoever has chanted the name of Krishna even once, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he is a Vaishnava. Very broad definition of Uttamadhikari. Then, yes, why is Vaishnava Seva the greatest fortune? Why is Vaishnava Seva the greatest fortune? Mirrors in the heart of Krishna, and you can make quick progress. Ladder. Dice ka game, snakes and ladders. Ladder pakdo, direct 97, 95, 100 is Krishna Prem. So that is possible by Vaishnava Seva because you make a heart in the place of that Vaishnava. You have the story of Ishwarapuri. You have the various stories which we shared, right? Ishwarapuri was one, and then which are the other ones? That doctor, right? The doctor. And then we had this story about Kanchipurna. Right? That he was serving personally Lord, but still Lord will not go. He said, what? Not go. He left Lord. Forget your service. I'll go and serve your devotee now. तुम्हारा कुछ काम का नहीं तुम्हारा सर्विस से कुछ काम नहीं मेरा काम अभी devotee का सर्विस में. And then there are 4 levels of service. What are the 4 levels of service? First is no service, only glory. What is the second level? Service, you receive glory. What is the third level? Only service, no glory. I don't want glory. I am so satisfied in serving. And the 4th level, the topmost. What is that? So we saw Shyamras Babaji, right? How he was serving Maharaj. Maharaj didn't even knew. Maharaj thought, I was accepting person, he's feeling happy. But he was fasting for so many days. So that is the 4 levels of service. And finally, how we can serve, right? We can serve by the various ways of following the instructions of Guru, starting with chanting of the 16 rounds of Mahamantra, following 4 regulative principles, participate in missionary activities, doing duty service at home, offering prasad to neighbors, calling neighbors here, devotee care, wonderful way to make a place in the heart of Krishna. So finally, I just want to conclude this by this, that we can do Vaishnava Seva only if you have a desire to serve. Please have that strong desire to serve. If you have that strong desire to serve, you may be in a very difficult situation sometimes. Ghar mein, mother-in-law is not well, father-in-law is not well. You have to serve at home. That is the first priority. You may not be able to come to this program, but somehow service will come at your home also. If you have that desire now, it will happen. I have seen cases. Strong desire, service will manifest. Somehow someone will say, "अरे तुम ये phone call पे ना preach करो, माना हो जाएगा 10 मिनट में." You will be able to do it. But the important part is you have to have that strong desire that I need to serve. When you have that strong desire, Krishna will send service. So Madhavan Prabhu, who is also the main person in this program, right? He's driving this program, Dr. Sanket. He told us in Bhaktivinoda Hospital once in a month, we have this morning when we come there, we have these prayers. In the prayers we stay 10 minutes about Bhagavatam. He said that all these devotees, people coming, patients coming to Bhakti Vedanta are guests of Prabhupada. Like Krishna Vallabh, right? Shyamras Baba. He said everyone is what? Krishna's friend and their servant. So our job is to serve them nicely. So if you in the morning start with the thought that how can I serve in Seva, and you serve with that consciousness, in the evening when you are going home, you will feel a deep satisfaction in your heart. That's what you can do. So please cultivate a desire to serve. You may have constraints today, you cannot serve. But if you have a desire, Krishna will arrange this service for you. And by that you can do wonderful Vaishnava Seva, do small services, and then Krishna will provide you more service. Suddenly you will find, अरे मेरे पास इतना service है, मैं कैसे कर पा रहा हूँ? Krishna will empower you also to do that service. You will find here that people who cannot, who have got stage fear, have started acting, delivering dialogues on the stage. Can't imagine. People are laughing. They have that experience, right? कभी लगा ही नहीं था जिंदगी में, कभी लगा नहीं था जिंदगी के मैं कीर्तन करूँगा सबके सामने. They started doing wonderful kirtans. मुझे कभी लगा नहीं था मैं जिंदगी में ऐसा preaching में सेमिनार में प्रोग्राम दूंगा. I have started doing that by Guru's mercy. So this happens by Guru's mercy. We don't have any credit for that. We are just puppets. Guru just uses us. We are instruments. We cannot accept that recognition because it is Guru's recognition. We have to understand that. And with that, we have to do the service. And then Vaishnava will be pleased and Krishna will be pleased and we will achieve the perfection which is Krishna Prema. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
We don't talk so much about this philanthropic. That's a philanthropic. We are not so much into it as some other places. So, where does it fit in? Is it $20 devotees? From ISKCON or any person who chants, as you said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, anyone chants.
I think devotee care is about each person who gets connected to us feeling cared about, right? So philanthropic activities usually are linked to Krishna in our case. So somehow through philanthropic activities we give Krishna to others. That is also devotee care. We are giving the mercy of Krishna to others. It is happening in Bhaktivinoda Hospital. So many people. Some people will think that as a Manav Seva. But that Manav Seva has been tailored in such a beautiful way that it has become a Madhav Seva. So many patients have become devotees, so many staff have become devotees, just by the devotee care, by serving them, without selflessly, their hearts were touched and their hearts are transformed. So you can channelize philanthropic activities, you can channelize your medical activities which fall under Manav Seva and make it Madhav Seva. And that is the dovetailing which Prabhupada has taught us. Utility is the principle. That's what. So that is what Prabhupada has taught us. And that way we can channelize the philanthropic activities or whatever, helping people in decisions and all, and convert it into Madhav Seva and give the real mercy to people which they are seeking, right? The real happiness. Thank you.
Any other question?
So Sita Mata just come.